already in you. You're pulling out what's already in you to a picture in your mind, and then you're putting it on a vision board, and you're big turning that thing that's already in you. You're already successful. You're already healthy. You're already wealthy. It's already in you. Do you want to create a vision board that actually means something, that's not just aesthetically pleasing, but it's actually something that you're going to achieve? If so, then this is the video for you. Before you even get started in sitting down and writing down your vision, there are some steps that you need to do to make sure that everything on your vision board is aligned to what you actually want to do and where you're going. So I'm going to be sharing with you five things to do before you sit down and get the vision ready and get the vision board ready. Because ultimately, your vision board is a tool. It is just that. It is a tool. It is a picture of what it is that you're going to achieve. There is so much power in being able to see. There's so much power in sight. I'm reminded by, in the Bible, God asked Abraham, look around you, look in front of you. What do you see? Everything that you can see, you can have. So a vision board is so powerful. It is a tool that is really powerful, and it helps you visualize and see what it is that you want and helps you get there. So it is important, but you need to do something before you get there. So the first thing you need to do before you do a vision board is to get clear on what you want. I dislike, it is like a strong dislike, when people just decide, right, yep, new year, new me, I'm going to get my vision board together without a plan, without actually sitting down and reflecting on the previous year, without identifying what do you actually want in this year, without identifying what kind of vision board is it? Is it something that you want for the year? Is it something for 10 years? A lot of people focus on the aesthetics of a vision board. That should be the least of the focus. Your vision board should represent what you've already written down, your goals that you've set for the year, so that it represents, it's like your goals in picture form. Your vision board are your visions and your goals in picture form. So before you even think about a vision board, sit down in a quiet place and just reflect. What do you want? Ask God, what do you want for me for this year? Where do you want me to go this year? What do you want me to achieve this year? What do you want me to do this year? You know, what should be my focus? What should be the vision? There are so many things that you can do, but what is it that is for you in this year? And get really specific. Sometimes people do a vision board for 10 years to come. That's great, but then you don't expect that vision board to come to pass in the next year. So in this year, think about this year, 2025, or whatever it is that you may be watching or listening to this. In this year, what do you want to achieve? Write it down, get a pen and paper, and get really clear on what you want. What is it? And break it down into different areas. So it could be your family, it could be relationships, career, business, health, your spiritual life, your finances. Break it down in those different categories and get really clear on what it is that you want in those areas. Because when you have a picture of what you want written down, it's easy to then just attach images to that. And that's where the vision board comes in. You're bringing your goals that you've written down to life through pictures. And then the second thing you need to do is really get clear on the why. Why do you want that? Is it because you've seen your friend have it? Is it because, you know, you think you should be doing it? Understand your why. Your why is the core internal thing that will keep your vision alive. It will keep you driving towards your goals. Your why is when motivation disappears, which it will, your why will keep you disciplined to achieve those goals, to stay on track. If it's to get out of debt, why do you want to get out of debt? You want to get out of debt because you want financial freedom. You want to be able to go on holiday. You want to be able to gift your family things that you can afford to do. So that's why getting out of debt is important to you. Why do you want to lose weight? Because you have a family and you want to be able to run around with your children. That is your why. So when you feel frustrated that you're not losing weight or you haven't lost weight, you remember your why that you've written down, and that should help you. And that should help you continue going. So you need to know why you're doing something. Why do you want to buy that car? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to start that YouTube channel? And write it down. You know what you want. Why do you want it? And then the third thing is to visualize your life with that. There's an exercise that I love doing, which is, so I write a letter to myself. And in this letter, it's me, future me, 31 December 2025 me, writing a letter and looking back at everything I've achieved. And this should be everything that I've written down. So it's, well done, Rodna. This year has been an incredible year. You have achieved what you wanted to achieve. This is what you've done, and this is how you've done it. You should be really proud of yourself. We did it. We've achieved what we wanted to achieve, and some stuff in between there. And this just helps me bring it to life. Like, how do you get it from this vision that's external to actually like visualizing that life? Do you see yourself reading more? See yourself reading more. If you've written down you want to read more, see yourself reading more. See yourself on the treadmill. See yourself actually in the life that you say you want. Not just an external being. It's not just some external goal. Visualize it. Sit down and just see yourself doing it. What do you see pertaining to your dreams? What do you see? See yourself driving the car you want. See yourself spending more time with God. See yourself having that business and it being successful. Like, put yourself in there. What are you wearing? You know, what do you smell around you? What can you hear in that space? You know, who are you with? What colors can you see around you in that space? What do you notice? What's the weather like? Like, get very, very clear. What do you want? Why do you want it? And then you begin to see yourself, visualize yourself stepping into that space and being a boss in that space. If you want to be an entrepreneur, what does that mean for you? Like, what are you wearing as you are being an entrepreneur? What does your day-to-day look like? You know, what are your habits? Who's your circle? What's your network like? How much money is in your bank balance? And just write that down. So I write a letter to myself and I really explain all the details. This is what I've done. This is what I did. This is what I bought. And get really crystal clear on your vision. And that will help you when you're creating your vision board, because you've already seen it in here. You've seen yourself being successful. You've seen what you're wearing. And therefore, when you're getting pictures based on the vision that you've seen in here. And you're just putting it in picture form. So get crystal clear on that vision. Visualize yourself in it. Visualize it as if it's so real. It has to become so real to you that you're like, yeah, I've seen it. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly why I want it. I know exactly how I feel in that moment. I'm going to go and get it. And that's what separates people who just have a vision board and it just stays as a vision board. It never actualizes into physical because it's just so external. A vision board and vision planning is you really pulling out, it's already in you. You're pulling out what's already in you to a picture in your mind, and then you're putting it on a vision board and you're big turning that thing that's already in you. You're already successful. You're already healthy. You're already wealthy. It's already in you. You just have to pull it out, put it down on paper, put it down on a vision board and go after it. So it's not some airy-fairy exercise that we're doing. You already are that. You're just becoming it. And I love that. Like, that realization, absolutely amazing. Oh, I don't want my tea to get cold. And then the fourth thing that you need to do before you even start doing your vision board is to gather your materials. Vision boarding is such an amazing exercise. I love doing it. I love getting comfortable. I've already done mine, so I ran myself a bath. Like, it's a whole thing. I had to put my kids to sleep. I'd run myself a bath, did my skincare. I felt good, put some fresh pajamas on, went downstairs, lit my candle. I had everything put down. It was just a great experience and I loved doing it. I had music in the background. Yeah, I prayed and it was so amazing because I just sat there and I looked at this vision board and I was like, there is nothing that God can't do. There is nothing that God can't do. There is nothing that is too hard for God to do. And I just surrendered my plans to God. And it was just so cool. So the fourth thing is gather your material. So this is the fun stuff. So this is you. You have a picture now of what you want. You know what you want. You know why you want it. So you're gathering the materials. Get ready and preparing for you doing your vision boarding. So this is, whether it's magazines, it can be you going on Pinterest, getting your pen, paper, going to the shops and getting your vision board or wherever it is that you're going to do your vision board. Just preparing your images and making sure that they're aligned to you. So don't just get some random picture of some random house. If you want to buy a house this year, what kind of house do you want to get? And get a picture that looks exactly like what you want, and not just some random image. If you want to write a book, put York Times bestseller. It doesn't have to be images. It can be quotes. It can be images. It can be Bible verses. It can be anything that speaks to you, anything that helps you keep aligned to what your goal is. One of my things is I want to wake up earlier. So I put an alarm clock of the time that I want to wake up. So really getting specific, gather your materials, gather everything you need, get your pictures, make sure you're printed, you've got ink in your printer. If you don't, go to someone's house that does, or just go to the library. Make sure that you have everything you need. So when you sit down, you're ready to go, and just creating that space and creating that mindset of this is what I'm going to do. Get your scissors, just be practical about it. I would encourage actually you to do this. A lot of people like to do like vision. I've seen the vision board parties and that's cute. But personally, I like this to be a personal time and something personal for me. And then I do one separately with my husband. And then I've recently started getting my kids to do their vision boards as well. So that's all separate. But my vision board, like my planning time, that is so special. That is so sacred. So that's just my thing alone. If you want to do a vision board party or make a thing of it or invite friends over, you do you. But just make sure that you're preparing for it and you have everything you need. And then the last but not least thing to do before you start your vision board is to put yourself in your goals. Now, what I mean by this is, first of all, when you're picking your people, your pictures, let it look at least something remotely like you, okay? In shapes, color, everything. Because if it's something that doesn't speak to you or doesn't look like you, that's not part of your vision. Sometimes I even cut my... I print out pictures of myself, cut up my head, and I put my head on that person. Sorry, whoever that is. But just so that it feels real to me. So that when I see that person, like that is me. That is me. I put pictures of myself in that vision board because that's my vision board. That's what I want. So I need to put myself and include myself in those. So if it's a picture of a house that you want, put your picture in front of that house. If it's you in that gym, put your face in that gym. Make sure that it's personal. Put yourself in those things. If it's a holiday destination, put your passport on there. Put a picture of your passport. Put a picture of your family, your children, and just making it personal to you. The more it's personal, the more you visualize it and it means something to you, you have an attachment to that vision board and you're more likely to you're more likely to achieve those things because they are personal. They're not just some random pictures that you've found on Pinterest and then you've just put them together. They have a meaning. And then a bonus tip that I will leave with you is when you finish your vision board, pray over your vision board. Okay, maybe 2 more bonus things. Okay, so is this like a 7 thing? Okay, 2 bonus things. Number 1, pray over your vision board. Okay, commit your plans to the Lord. The Bible says in Proverbs 16 verse 3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans shall be established. In your own power, you can't do it. But when God is backing you and when God is leading you, you can do all things. You can do above and beyond anything you could ever ask or think. God can do it. So you surrender those plans to God and you let him do the work. You surrender and you commit it to the Lord and you say, God, I'm giving you my year. Have your way, I commit my plans to you. I surrender my plans to you. You lead me and you direct me. Very important. And then the final bonus thing is put it somewhere where you can see it. There is no point you doing a whole vision board and then you put it in your drawer and you never see it again. You have to see it. Like the scripture I talked about Abraham. God said to Abraham, what do you see? You have to see it. If you have to put it in your office or stick it on your wall, whatever you need to do, you need to see it as a constant reminder of these are my goals. This is my vision. This is what I'm going to go after. And go after it and do it. But you have to visually see it all the time. So, recap. What we're doing before the vision board is getting clear on your goals. What do you want? Why do you want it? In the vision, visualizing the life that you want to live, visualizing your year and getting crystal clear on it, preparing the materials that you're going to need, going on Notion, Pinterest, or whatever you do, Canva, getting your pen, your paper, your scissors, getting everything you need, And number 5 is putting yourself in the vision. And then the bonus things were committing your plans to the Lord and putting your vision board in somewhere that you can see constantly. So, are you ready to vision board? If so, check out my next video where you see me doing my vision board process. See you in my next video.